Hello everybody. It's a gorgeous day here outside the Community Arts Center in Westmont, and I'm Adrienne White. We're going to do some yoga on the bench. So if you don't feel that you want to get up and down off the floor to do some stretches, you can use any furniture that's available indoors or out to get some great stretches. Let's start with great sitting posture first, where we sit up nice and tall, having our weight on our sitting bones. Our spine is tall and straight. The crown of our head, here where all our hair grows at the back, is reaching up to the sky as our tailbone points down to the ground. We've rolled our shoulders back so that we're counteracting our day-to-day tendency to slouch. Okay? By sitting up nice and tall, not only do we give ourselves better posture and look better and look taller, we also give ourselves a lot more room in our rib cage to be able to breathe. And it's those slower, deeper breaths that help us combat our stresses, help us release our worries and our tensions. So let's do that. Let's breathe in through the nose. And then when you breathe out, you can either breathe out through the nose or you can sigh, just releasing your stress. And let's do that a few more times. Nice, slow breath in. Feel your sitting bones, where you're sitting. Again, breathe in. Feel your feet, where they rest against the ground. Let's do a breath in as we reach both arms up. On the breath out, this time let's turn gently to our left, looking up. Again, as we breathe in, we'll turn forward and reach up. This time as we breathe out, we'll turn to our right and look back. And we'll repeat that, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. This time, we'll breathe in. If you would like, as you turn, begin to bend forward, pointing your right shoulder towards your right knee, and then inhaling to straighten. On the exhale, turn to your right, pointing the left shoulder towards the left knee. And let's do that one more time each side, adding a spinal twist and a forward bend. And then from here, we'll come up. Let's exhale, arms out and down. We'll start at our feet. We'll do some circles with the right foot. Notice how far in every direction can you move the foot and reverse. And then we'll switch to do the left foot, circling in one direction and then the other. Notice, does one ankle move more fully than the other? Now let's do a little stretch with the back of the legs. We'll push our right heel out, pointing the toes up to the ceiling. Notice my knees fairly straight. By one, I can bend at the hips, leaning into my leg. Noticing that as I bend forward, I'm keeping a straight spine and I'm keeping that openness in the front of my chest. Also noticing how it's adding a lot more length to the back of that right leg. And then I can come up and I'll switch. I can push out with the opposite left heel. Again, pointing the toes up. If you point your toes forward, you're stretching the shin, which is okay. But for now, we want to stretch the calf muscles, the back of the knee, the back of the thigh. And we bend at the hips again. When you're ready, we'll come up to sit. If you have a yoga strap, let's get that. You can use a necktie, or you can use the belt out of a bathrobe, something nice and soft, or even a long, sturdy scarf. We're going to loop our strap around the arch or the ball of the foot. We'll push our heel out. Now, let's use the strength of our right hand, right arm to lift that right heel up, really maximizing the stretch in the back of the leg. Will your body let you lift your heel as high as your hip? Again, we're using the breath out to release any tightness or tension. Now we can use the left hand to pull gently that right leg across our left knee. If you need, extend the left leg a little bit to give you more room, so that now we're doing an outer hip stretch, especially for our sciatic nerve. And then we'll switch, coming back to center. Right hand holds the strap, and we open the right leg out as wide as you can go, adding inner hip and inner thigh stretch. We'll come back to center. We'll keep the leg extended as we return the foot to the ground. And now we do our forward bend from the hips, noticing how we feel. We can sit up and we'll switch feet. Now putting our yoga strap around the left foot so that we can place it beneath the little toe or through the arch of the foot. Again, can we lift our heel up as high as our hip? Those of you that can do so, I challenge you to lift that heel as high as your body will let you go, making strengthen the arms, strengthen the fingers. Now, again, we can step the right foot out a little bit as we try to take left leg across the top of the thigh for some outer hip stretch. And since I have a little bit more room this time, now as I open left leg out, experiment with your body. How far can you safely go, still holding that heel up as high as your hip, if your hip's like it. Again, when you're ready, we'll come back to center. We'll gently lower the heel down. We'll do our final forward bend, still maintaining gentle pressure on the strap as we keep a straight spine and an open chest. We'll release our strap. And as we set that aside, let's grab a yoga block if you have one, or a book about this size, about 8 inches tall if possible. We're going to step our our left foot out to the side. Can you make a nice letter L shape, a 90-degree angle? We are going to start holding the block, simply resting our left arm on that knee, getting some right side body stretch. If you have shoulder issues, your right arm can stay by your side. Right hand can rest to the shoulder. If your shoulder permits, right arm can reach across the head gently for even more stretch. Those of you that have a block or a book, hold the long end. You can bring your block down to the ground, noticing how much more your hip stretch and your side body stretch changes. When you're ready, we'll come on back up. And we'll see about switching sides. Since I'm sitting at an angle on the bench, I'm going to have to modify a bit. And now I can lean to the right leg with right arm. If I would like, left arm can come across my head. Notice I'm keeping my ear above my shoulder rather than tucking my chin to the chest. Keep that nice long line of your neck. And if you would like, bring your hand down to your block or your book. And enjoy that extra stretch. Breathing into the side body. When you're ready, come on up to stand. We'll set our blocks aside. And now we can come to stand, aside of or slightly behind our chair, holding on if we need to for balance. Let's do a warrior one. Keeping the right foot forward, step your left foot back. If you need for balance, hold the chair. You can reach one arm up as one hand holds the chair. If your body permits, you can reach both arms up. Feeling balance and left calf stretch, left groin stretch, openness in the chest, and lots of length down the sides of the body. When you're ready, we'll bring the arms down and step forward, and then we'll switch. So now our weight stays to our left foot as we step our right foot back, turning the heel in about an inch or so, keeping our knee above the ankle. One hand can continue to hold the chair as one arm reaches up to the sky, or both arms can reach up. Our warrior one. When you're ready, we can bring the arms down, noticing that one side stretch better than another. Let's go ahead and do a standing forward bend. Some of us have reached a point where we may not be touching our toes anymore, and that's okay. We can lean our hands to the seat of the chair. We're keeping our hips above our heels. Now, if you feel the stretch in the back of the legs, that's okay. Stay where you are safe. Let's make sure we keep our knees either straight or even a little bit bent. Please don't lock your knees backwards. Those of you that feel good about this and want a little bit more stretch, now you can begin to bend the elbows, seeing if perhaps you can bring your forearms to the seat of your chair. When you're ready, we can put our hands back and we can bend our knees to come on up to stand. We can also use our chair for a standing stretch with balance. Let's step a little bit closer And use, if you need, your hand to help bring your foot up on the chair. I'm putting my right foot up on the seat of the chair. Now I can take my left hand across that right leg towards the chair back. I can take my right hand and wrap it behind my back. And now I can do a nice big spinal twist. If you want to challenge your balance, as you stand on left leg, can you take your left hand off the chair back and take it to your right hip? If you need, hold the chair and we'll unwrap. Now, if we were at a real chair and I wasn't stuck on the bench, I would switch. I would put my left foot up now and the chair back would be on this side. We'll imagine. So now my left foot is on the chair, my right hand is coming across to the chair back. I'm turning to bring my left hand behind me. If I want, I can take my right hand to my hip, feeling the balance, feeling the twist, feeling the stretch. And then we'll come back to center. We'll do a nice big stretch for our back with downward dog. We can start high by putting our hands on the chair back and walking our feet back, leaning into the hands. There's a bend at the hips. Notice my legs are fairly straight, but I'm not locking my knees. Those of you that feel good about this and want to go deeper, you can put your hands on the seat of your chair or your bench and lean into the weight of the torso, into the hands, into the bench. When you're finished, simply walk your feet forward into your standing forward bend and come on up to stand. And that is tree pose. It's a beautiful day outside, so we'll make like a tree. We'll put our weight to our right foot. You are welcome to continue to hold the chair for support, and we can turn our left knee out to the side, resting our heel against the ankle, and you can keep your hands to your support. You can bring your hands to the heart. You can reach your arms up like the branches of a tree to the sky. Those of you that feel more adventurous can take the left foot off the floor, perhaps to the ankle or to the knee. And again, you can have your arms down. You can hold the chair. You can bring your hands to your heart. You can reach your branches up to the sky. You do what is safe for you. And now let's switch sides so that our left foot supports us. Our right knee turns out. Again, we can have our arms down. We can have our hand to the chair, to the heart. Reach up, breathe. Feel your feet rooting into the ground, your fingers reaching up. Those of you that want to bring the foot up are welcome to do that. And again, any placement of the hands that you would like to have. And as we come back down, let's come back to have a seat on our chair. I sit to the front edge of the chair so that I have lots of room to really feel the length of the spine. And I can close my eyes and just take a moment. Notice how you feel. Did the stretches, did the balance, did the focus on the breath help release some tension and create a little more limberness and a little more looseness in your muscles and in your joints? Thank you so much for being here with us today. This is Adrienne, namaste, and thank you to Kate behind the camera.